What's up, brick builders? Today's build is the Mini TIE Fighter and Star Destroyer. This is set number 911510. Year it came out was 2015. Age group 5+, number of parts 21. Price, this was a free Lego set on the front cover of the Star Wars Lego magazine, issue number 4. Current value, if you have the mint sealed foil bag, you're looking at £3. Not a massive investment considering the magazine costs you £4.99. Used 50p to £2. Hello folks, Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Welcome to another build video. This is interesting because we got two models in this particular foil bag or this set, which is, yeah, honestly, I don't think I've seen that in a foil bag or anything like that. I mean, there are various different scenarios that have been in these particular bags at some point on these magazines. But yeah, a TIE Fighter and a Star Destroyer. Let's check out the parts, shall we? Okie dokie, so the parts we're going to need, we need two 1x1 circular light bluish grey plates, 4 trans-light blue circular plates, and these circular plates, by the way, they have the solid stud. If you have the open stud, that will also work too. 1 trans clear 1x1 circular stud, also solid stud, and 1 dark bluish grey circular stud 1x1, also solid stud. 2 black 2x2 tiles, 1 light bluish grey brick special with the studs all around and 1 on top, 1 tile special with the C clip. Now if you have the U clip, that will work as well, because this is just really for the aesthetics for the top of the Star Destroyer. And 3 dark bluish grey 1x2 jumper plates. This one has the ridge and it also has the stud, the pin in the bottom. But if you have the stud holder or you don't, you have one without the ridge, that will also work, just as long as it's a jumper plate. We have 1 plate special here. It's a light bluish grey, 2 1x2 with a 4 stud along the front. So it is a 1x2 there, and then 4 studs across the front there. That's a 1x4 bracket. Then we've got an angle plate. This is, I believe, this is a 4x3 angle plate. And as you can see, it's got a cutout in there that would probably hold 2 studs. So you want one of those. 1 1x4 dark bluish grey plate. 1 left wing, so this is a 2x4. So you've got 4 studs down there, and you'd have another stud here. That's a 2x4 angled plate, and it's usually used as a wing, so it's actually been labelled as a wing. So that's the left wing. And then another light bluish grey 4x2 angled plate, but this is the right wing. And 1 2x4 dark bluish grey plate. Okay, so the build is an interesting one. It's not too difficult. I haven't seen any instructions for this yet, but I do go by the picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2x4 dark bluish grey plate, and we're going to take the 2x4 right wing, and we're going to put the right wing on the top of the dark bluish grey plate, and we're leaving 2 studs at the bottom. So it's a 1 stud gap. Drop the plate so it's covering 3 studs. And then we're going to take the left wing and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you should have this arrow with these 2 dark bluish grey studs at the back. Next we're going to place the 1x4 dark bluish grey plate across those 2 studs. So you have the 1x4 going straight across the back, like that. And then we're going to place the, I like to call this a bumper plate, because usually you would find these on the front bumpers of cars or rear bumpers of cars, but it's a 1x4 bracket, and that's going to sit right in the middle on the back there, and those studs are going to be hanging off the edge there because those are going to be your engines. and we're going to put a 1x2 dark bluish grey jumper plate right in the middle of that plate there on those two middle studs, like so. Now we have a slight little curve in the engine design. So we're going to put the engines on next, and these are going to be the trans light blue 1x1 studs. And then just go put one on this stud here, and the one in the middle, and one on the other side. So one there, one in the middle, and one there, and that's the engines complete. Next we're going to take the angle plate with the cutout, and that cutout fits nicely around the two studs here of the bumper plate. Put that on there, and you've got these four studs at the front here on a lower level. Next, going to take two jumper plates, so two dark 1x2 dark bluish grey plates, and first of all they're going to sit on the back studs like that. This is the back of your ship, and then we're going to put another jumper plate right in front of that. So now you've got these two jumper plates side by side. And just to finish off the Star Destroyer, we're going to take the tile special with the C-clip. Like I say, if you've got a U-clip, it doesn't matter because it's aesthetics only. So pop it on the very end jumper plate there on the back, and that's your bridge, and there's your Star Destroyer. So that is an actually pretty cool little mini Star Destroyer with a little bit of shape on the bottom here as well. It's not even flat, which is nice. And yeah, you're looking at it at several angles. It does resemble a Star Destroyer. So the next thing is the TIE Fighter. Now the TIE Fighter is a little bit different. And we're going to take the 1x1 brick special with the studs all the way around. And we're going to take one of the light bluish grey circular studs, and you go pop it on one side like that. Now I've designated that as my left wing. This is going to be my right wing. This is going to be my front. This is going to be the top and the back. So we're going to put another one on the right wing like that, and we'll get around to the solar panels in a minute. On the back, so this is our front, so we're going to put on the front the trans clear 1x1 circular stud. Pop that on there, that's the cockpit. And then on the back we're going to put the engines, and that is going to be our trans light blue circular stud again. You've got to pop that on the back there. So you should have two light bluish grey on the side, so one on each side. The light trans light blue on the back, so you think that's the ion engines, and then you got your cockpit. Okay, so then we're going to put this dark bluish grey stud underneath like so, and it's just going to act as a stand for it, even though the wings will act as a stand as well, but that's going to act as a stand for it. And then you just take the solar panels, and these are going to be the 2x2 black tiles, and you go pop them on the light bluish grey studs. Pop one on there. If you want to keep them nice and straight, that looks like a TIE Fighter, but if it goes on a little bit of an angle, you've got an interesting looking diamond winged TIE Fighter. But just for the sake of the picture, we're going to put those nice and straight. Just going to lay that down. Line it up a bit. As you can see, the wings do not touch the desk, so the little stud at the bottom there kind of imitates it hovering off the desk. You could probably put it on top of the Star Destroyer. No, you can't. Oh, maybe. It's kind of flying across the bridge or the front of the Star Destroyer. But that is your two little mini models. And the TIE Fighter looks relatively okay. I am a little bit dubious about this little stud on the bottom there, but that is where it is. And it does act as a stand. But the Star Destroyer itself, like I say, it does look pretty cool for a very miniature Star Destroyer. I kind of like it. They've hit the details with the engines, the little bridge, with what is supposed to be maybe the generators, the shield generators with these little prongs. But the shape of it in general is pretty good, and you get two little ships to play with. So yeah, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. It's not great, and you can see why it's not doing fantastically well in the investment side of things. Well, there you go, folks. Very, very small builds indeed. Okay, there's TIE Fighter upside down. There you go. He's not going to be happy. Yeah. And yeah, like I say, I can see why the value of this is not extremely good at all. And you can piece these together pretty well. They're very common pieces for most part, because the parts that you got in this you would find in quite a few sets nowadays. So you could piece this together pretty easy without too much trouble at all. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see some more of this content, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, which also is the same as thumbs up. Yeah, but don't forget to hit that subscribe if you want to see some more content. Also, don't forget, put your notifications on for more build videos, for live streams. Yes, we do go live, believe it or not. And also the community posts in the community section of YouTube channel. I'm Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.